Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am T. If you're new here, welcome. So today we are actually going to be working on our raised bed. So my darling husband went ahead and cut the trees for me. Looks amazing, so really happy about that. But we're going to be taking care of the 3-tier raised bed. So this raised bed that I have here is from Veggiga, and it's an awesome raised bed. I think it really just brings out this area, this bed here. And what I'm going to be doing is giving it some love. Hey girls. Y'all know I always got to tell you guys my girls, right? So I actually am going to go ahead and harvest some of this beautiful giant red mustard. How beautiful this plant is, okay? And it grows pretty quickly. And I really like that. And if you like a little heat, then this is a nice variety to go ahead and plant, and you'll end up with a good bit of it. So, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna harvest from the bottom of this plant. Okay, just snap it off from the bottom. I'm not gonna harvest too much because I kind of just want it to toss in my salad, or just maybe just cook up a little bit and saute it with a little bit of garlic and onion, salt and pepper, and that's it. So I don't feel like I want to have a wrap today, so I'm just gonna harvest some that I can saute up just like this. Just snap it off at the bottom. I'm gonna harvest basically the big leaves and just kind of leave the ones that are coming in. Okay, so I think this is enough. But it's a beautiful mustard green. I grab my basket. My girls, y'all want some? I might give y'all a couple. Okay. All right, but here is the 3-tiered raised bed. And as you guys can see, I want to give this soil some life, okay? As you guys can see, this is right here, the Swiss chard. The Swiss chard got hit so badly with the cold. They just did not do much of anything this year, and this season. And I did go ahead and get some started indoors already, so we would definitely have some nice, beautiful Swiss chard come spring. All right, so right here is a nice little fork. You can get these anywhere. They're pretty reasonable. They're pretty cheap. And I just like to basically tease my soil. Just tease it just enough. Hey girls. So I tease my soil just a little bit with my rake, my fork, or whatever you want to call it. So the things that we're going to add into this bed, the thing about getting our beds ready for the upcoming spring is to make sure that we are giving our beds some fertilizer. And I like to basically use a couple of brands, and that is Job's Organic, Espoma, and Dr. Earth. So those 3 I like to use in my beds. And another thing is, try to figure out what your plants are taking up now that's in your bed, so that you can go ahead and add that back into your bed. So over time, it'll start to break down. What you definitely just do is, even if there's nothing in your bed, using a water soluble definitely still does help your soil life, okay? Because you still want something in your beds to be fed on, and doing that is very important. Like adding kitchen scraps, things like that keep your soil alive and keeping all those beneficial bugs that are tilling your soil and keeping it nice and fertilized. So I like to sometimes just actually, guys, dig a little hole and put in some kitchen scraps. And believe me when I tell you, it helps out your garden life, okay? So this is what I'm going to be adding in today's video is some Job Organic. Now, Job's Organic is a poultry manure, all right? It is a granulate form, and it will take time to break down so you guys can see. So what I'm going to be doing is adding a good bit into my beds, okay? And that is because I already have plants already in here, and it is going to take time for it to break down. So the next thing I'm going to be adding is blood meal. Blood meal is nitrogen. I do have in here brassicas. Brassicas do take up a good bit of nitrogen. So what we're going to be doing is adding in that nitrogen back into these beds. Now, blood meal is what it said it is. It is blood. It is dried up animal blood. And it looks like this. All right. Now, if you don't want to add blood meal, you can use coffee grounds if you're not interested in the blood meal. You can add in there some used coffee grounds to your garden beds, that nitrogen. So I am going to add in here roughly about 2 shovels full in this top part of my bed. And what I'm going to do is work it into my beds. You definitely want to work this into your soil. You do not want it sitting on top of your soil because you need for it to be in the soil. And then if you don't do that, it can actually cause mold on top of your soil. So I do recommend go ahead and rake it in, or even shovel it in, or however you want to do it so you won't get mold. Making sure that you do get in between the plants, because like I told you guys, it's going to take some time for it to actually break down. So you want to make sure that you definitely do that, okay? All right. So after you feed your soil, the next thing you definitely want to do is water it. My girls are having a conversation with you guys. Hello, ladies. Hello, ladies. All right, so now we're going to do the same exact thing with this area here. Just raking the soil. Just like this. Just fluffing it up. And get those weeds. You see those hiding? Some weeds hiding. So I'm going to take care of those. Pull them out. All right. And then I'm going to actually take care of this Brussels. And I'm going to remove these leaves. And please, you guys, eat your leaves. Eat all these beautiful leaves. You can enjoy your Brussels sprout leaves. Don't throw them away. And if you thought about not eating them and you got chickens, give it to your girls. Hey, girls. Which I might just give them these because they need some greens through these cold months. Hey, girls. And now you can see all those beautiful Brussels sprouts down here. All right. That is all cleaned up. And we got our Brussels sprouts right here. And now I'm going to do the same exact thing with the soil. I'm going to add in here is the Job's Organic. I'm going to add a little bit of blood meal. And then I'm just going to toss this soil. A little bit goes actually a long way. Make sure that you work it into the soil really well. just like this. And with my rainwater, I have water barrels on the garage, and I have it on the house. Water bins that I use so that I can water the garden. So when I'm out of there, yes, I use my hose, but I do try to make sure that I use that first before I actually go and bring out my water hose. So I definitely will be grabbing rainwater to water this. This beautiful Savoy. This is a beautiful Savoy cabbage, and I mean, it is absolutely doing great. It is not ready to harvest. Not yet. Getting close up, I think. 5 different varieties of cabbages out into the garden. And actually, this Brussels sprout was a miscellaneous plant, and I decided to go ahead and pop it in here. Did not know exactly what it was going to be, and you guys, it was a Brussels, so hey, it's doing really well there. And then we harvest this one here, and I see that the water is pooling. It didn't scab over the way I would like for it to scab over, but as you guys can see, it actually started to try to put out little shoots. I don't know if it's going to hold out, but we will see. We will see. If it grows enough before another rain comes and not pool in the center. Even though I cut this one at an angle, it still ended up pooling a little bit. So it's healed over. It's pretty hard. So it might do okay, and it might actually put on some leaves or actually give us another cabbage. So we'll see what we end up getting with this stalk right here. But this Savoy is almost there, and then I got on the other end is another Brussels, and I'm going to fertilize this whole entire bed. Girls, itchy cheeks. So the last thing to do is to water. We want to make sure that we're watering so that our plants can still absorb, and as well it can break down into the soil. So let's give it a good water. Now you want to make sure that you're thoroughly watering. So we have thoroughly watered our beds. It is nice and fed right now, and we're going to be planting some amazing vegetables come spring. So once we harvest all of these goodies, this bed is going to be wonderful. So we did get a chance to go ahead and harvest some items. We got some mustards, and we have some Brussels sprout leaves that we can cook up in our kitchen. So I hope you guys truly enjoy my content. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification so you can be notified when I do upload a video. I definitely would appreciate if you guys definitely do subscribe to the channel and watch my content thoroughly to the end. But like I always tell you guys, there's beauty in everyone's garden. And bye-bye for now. I'll see you guys in the next one. Happy gardening.